Hi guys, Ollie and Charlie here from Adventure Base, filming another episode of our Out of Office series where we get up and move through the mountains.
Today we are setting off on the Tour de Mont Blanc trek. We're going to cross through 3 countries, France, Italy and Switzerland, covering 150k of trails, about 8,000 meters of elevation, and we're going to try and do it as quickly as we can to try and show you what it's all about.
There's 2 ways you can tackle the Tour de Mont Blanc. You can do the full trip, which takes, depending on itineraries, anywhere from 9 to 11 days. Or you can do a highlights version, which tends to be 3, 4, 5 days. Exceptional views and hopefully good company. Except for this guy. We're filming each other.
Made it to La Contamine. This is traditionally the first stop on the Tour de Mont Blanc. Beautiful French village. We'd stay in a nice hotel, 3-star hotel, comfortable, nice beds, hearty dinner.
In search of our next col, which is what, Ollie?
Col du Bonhomme, which is right at the end of the valley. It seems a million miles away.
From here, it looks more than a day away. But we have a bit of a deadline actually. So where we're staying, dinner is served at 7. No excuses, and they won't give it to us if we're late. So we've got 5 hours from now to try and get there with a pretty good incentive of dinner at 7 o'clock. And if we don't, I'm blaming him. 7 or 8 hours already on our feet. I think we're beginning to feel it now. Both mentally tired and physically tired, but that promise of a 7 o'clock dinner is well and truly in our minds.
This is the final summit of the hike of the day. It's 5:30 p.m. and here we are, look. Big stone tower.
Well,
we're the only ones here. Don't know if that's a good sign or not.
okay, so we're just leaving Chambre de Soleil behind us. That nice yellow building, that's where we spent the night. And now what's the plan, Ollie?
We have to walk along this valley towards the Ville des Glaciers. And then we're going to go up and over and cross the border into Italy.
Ollie has managed to hitch a lift with what he considers to be a boring part of the trip. So we jumped in into a shepherd's truck with sheep in the back, something similar. We're saving ourselves for Au revoir. So what was that part of the trip?
That was the freestyle.
For the record, it's not cheating because we've got a deadline and we are trying to show you guys what it's like to do the Tour de Mont Blanc, regardless of whether you get in the car or not.
Something you'll see a lot on the Tour de Mont Blanc are signs. So we came from here, Le Chapier, hour and a half, thank you, 10 minute hitchhike journey. And then we're off to Col de la Seine, Tour de Mont Blanc.
Now we've crossed that col, we're now on Italian soil.
Benvenuto in Italia. Buongiorno, buongiorno.
So we have hit Courmayeur, which is a beautiful little town just through the Mont Blanc tunnel and in Italy. Kind of the halfway point of the Tour de Mont Blanc. and it's also often where you would start if you're looking to do highlights of the Tour de Mont Blanc as well. So. Good. Bloody hell. What the size of these? You happy?
I'm thinking about this.
Finally. First time I've seen him smile today.
Instantly forgotten about my blisters. Today we are climbing up quite a long way, and then we're gonna look for the Swiss border, cross down into Switzerland at the end of the day.
In simple terms, for people like me, we're starting in Italy, but we're finishing in Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
Okay, nice. So things are about to get more expensive. With a lot of these morning starts off the back of some trekking days, it's not very many warm-ups. You kind of get straight into it and it's often straight up. So that first 10 minutes is a little bit uncomfortable, but after that you settle into a nice rhythm and it's all part of the day.
There she is, Mont Blanc, or Monte Bianco as they say on the Italian side. Amazing. We hiked up in the clouds. We were hoping that we'd have a break in the clouds, and finally the sun is just burning off the last bit.
So we've just dropped down from the col where we crossed over the borders from Italy to Switzerland, and I don't know, we probably descended 600-700 meters, and we're now traversing our way over to Ferré. You go on a bit of a roller coaster of energy.
Yeah.
So we had, going up the last col in Italy, it was a bit of a slog, and we probably had a period of an hour where we didn't mutter a word to one another. Got to the top, had a drink, had a snack, and now we're high on life again. So it's we're experiencing all the emotions, and now we're getting pumped for our dinner and a drink once we get to our destination.
We're so close. There's Ferré, small commune, about 5 houses.
Nice little finish to Ferré. I have to say we're both pretty pooped now. Not much more in the tank, and hopefully this is our pickup point. Today we leave Switzerland for France, but our first stop within 5 or 10 minutes is a good view of the lake here at Champex.
Definitely one of the highlights of the Tour de Mont Blanc, the lake here in Champay. It's very serene and beautiful. Whoa! For those that dare, it's worth going for a dip after the hike the day before to cool off.
The beauty of the Tour de Mont Blanc, or the Alps in general, is that there are so many different ways of getting to your destination, and depending on your group and your itinerary, we've got the flexibility to make a decision as early as or as late as the morning in order to choose which route you want to take. You can wait till you see conditions, how people are feeling, whether you want to go slightly harder or slightly easier, but the variants often get you to the same destination, just a slightly different way. Started down there, down the valley, and we've made our way up here. It's a lovely path, very rocky, but basically following a stream, and then the goal is to get up through here.
Some border crossing. Passport.
Check seems to be a bit late. Mont Blanc, we return. We're back. So you've got Mont Blanc in the background up there. And you've got the Chamonix Valley down there. The tour, but Chamonix right down there. So we've got to make our way down there, but the end point is within sight. We just spent the night with no reception or Wi-Fi. I didn't tell my wife that that might be the case, so I've just had a message saying, Chaz, getting worried now, this was last night. And then today at 7:15, you better be alive.